Testing, testing. Hello. Okay, hopefully I don't have any mic issues this time. If my mic starts being weird again, I might just I might lose my mind. Oh my god. I'm pretty much ready to go. So I will get switched over here. Let's see. Oh, I don't have any background music. Okay. give me 1 minute. Let me find some like royalty-free background music. Hold on. Alrighty, let me switch over here. There we go. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, let me turn the volume down a little bit. I don't want it to be too crazy loud. Alright, this should be good. Oh, it's too loud on my end. Okay. I'll turn it down to 30. Alright, hello! Hello and welcome today. Today is just gonna be like, I just want to chat because I had like a big week. I had a big weekend specifically, and I kind of just like I just want to sit down and chat before I go to work because I don't really do just chatting streams that much. Partly because I'm very insecure about it, and also because I feel like my audience doesn't really like come to me for that kind of content. But you know, I have some time, and I have like I guess kind of a lot of to talk about. This is probably going to be a short stream though. I probably won't go Cod, welcome. I probably won't go for longer than maybe like an hour and a half, especially because like I have to eat something before I go. Let's see, updates. So I added two new redeems. I added the actually redeem. No, I will. I'm not hungry right now, but I will be in like an hour. Okay, so hold on. Actually, there you go. And I also redeemed a posture check too. So those are the new updates. Let's see. This week I'm excited because I'm finally going to do the TF2 comic reading stream on Friday. So look forward to that. I'm excited for that too. Let's see. So as you guys may know, I had a pretty big weekend. On Saturday, I had my first collab stream, and that was a lot of fun. So I should tell you guys how actually I got invited to that. So one of my viewers, Caretaker, is also a VTuber, and you know, we follow each other, right, on Twitter and stuff, I think. I'll have to double check. But he messaged me out of the blue, and he's like, hey, like, I'm posting this collab with like these other VTubers. We're doing like a thing with like Taiwanese VTubers and English VTubers. Do you want to join? And I was just kind of like, yeah, sure, why not? And that's the rest is history. Yeah, I'm very thankful of that. Caretaker, if you're watching this, thank you so much for the invite. I had a great time, and I'm very thankful that you decided to invite me. Let's see. I have this habit. Did you know Chinese are just I was just literally all I know is ni hao, xie xie, lao gan ma. That's it. Everyone seemed to get a hoot out of me saying Lao Gan Ma though, so I'm happy about that. I know zero Chinese besides those like 3 words. So yeah. Is it really that bad? Oh my goodness. But I had a lot of fun. I mean, like it was funny because like leading up to it, like the day of, I wasn't really that nervous. I was more like excited for it, and everyone was like, are you nervous? Aren't you nervous, Alex? Aren't you scared? You met someone that went ni hao and slit their throat. Hey, listen, that's just the way the game is, right? It's a goose eat duck world, or the duck eat goose world out there, right? But you know, it was like the hour, because we did a call an hour before the stream started, just so we could all like get in there together, test our audio stuff, and, you know, make sure everything was working. And like during that call, like the hour leading up to that call, my anxiety just like started like gradually getting like larger. And then I was like, oh, and then I got into the call and I was like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I have this thing where like, I feel like this is like pretty normal too for most people. Like you get really anxious about something, and then like while you're doing it, like you're just fine. You're just like totally fine. Like I've had like, you know, situations where I get like super anxious. Oh my god, don't even get me started about the mic. If I have mic issues today, I might just like end the stream because I really don't know like what I can do. Like, oh my god. Let me tell you what happened with the mic thing. So when I was doing some pre-calls like with Amane and Caretaker before the stream, I was using my headset microphone on my headphone headset mic. And so I had switched the outputs on my computer and on Discord as well. And somehow that screwed up everything. And when I went to plug my microphone back in again, it wouldn't work. And so I was trying like different cables. I was trying different like, you know, USB ports and stuff. And then when I got it in, the video broadcast decided to shit itself. So then I was like, you know, trying to figure that out. And I was freaking out because this all happened like an hour before we had our call. So like 2 hours before the stream started. And so, you know, I'm like looking online, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm having the same issue as well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna uninstall it and reinstall it. And that seemed to fix it for a little bit, right? But then I went live and everyone's like, you sound like a robot. What's with the microphone? And I'm like, oh my god, no. So then I just decided to switch from the video broadcast to like the raw mic input, which did solve the problem, but like it also, I could tell that there was background noise on my end whenever I moved around, or like when I was listening to the audio, like when I played back some of the stream parts, I listened to me talking and I could hear the fans running in the background, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god, not the fans. I hate like when I listen to my stream recordings, I usually have my headphones on because I want to judge the audio quality as best I can, right? Like if I use the speakers, the quality is not going to be the same as the headphones. And when I hear like background noise or like fans in my audio when I'm speaking, I get like really upset. Hold on, I gotta check on the dogs real quick. Okay. I got static in the audio interface today without the noise suppressors. Ah, yeah, it's really bad. Like I hate having like bad quality audio, you know? And I mean like I'm using a HyperX Solocast, so there's really not a whole lot I can do. Like I am planning on getting a better microphone. I want to upgrade to the Quadcast, but I'll probably do that in 2 weeks when I get my next paycheck. To be honest, I have one, like, I'm planning on just getting a used one off of eBay because it's cheaper that way, right? You're supposed to buy a new audio interface with a business trip, yeah. I've heard, like, isn't, like, I don't know much about audio stuff, but isn't, like, Go XLR, like, really fucked up right now? Like, they're going out of business? Podcast sounds pretty good. Yeah. Because, I mean, like, what I like specifically about, like, those microphones, like, I know there's better microphones out there, right? But, like, I'm not going to buy a Shure right now. I'm not going to buy, like, a $300-400 microphone right now. Also, I have no mount for such a microphone. Because the thing I like about the Quadcast is that I can put it on my desk. It has the, like, the bungee cable anti-shake thing, whatever that's called. And also it has like the mute, like the button on top you press to mute, which I do like. So like if my parents decide to like, you know, ignore the sign on my fucking door that says like, please do not enter right now, and they just like decide to open my door, I can just like just slam the mute button on top of the mic and just like mute that shit before they fucking dox me on accident, right? So that's why I want the quadcast. So I'll probably do that within the next few weeks, because I am looking to upgrade like my audio to as much as I can, right? Because I am limited with like the computer I have. The XLR mics don't have the mute. Oh my god. Because otherwise I have to like mute it in OBS. And I mean, you could like, I could set it so I press a key and it automatically mutes. But, you know, that could be problematic if I'm doing something else with that key. Or like if I have to go into OBS and I have to manually like go over there and click the mute button itself. So that's also like, you know, I like the mute button. I think more microphones should have the mute button, because just sometimes like, yeah, just sometimes you need it. Because also like, it's weird because the HyperX, like the solo cast, it's so sensitive. It's unbelievably sensitive. Like I need to use like the NVIDIA broadcasting, because otherwise like I can hear like my mom talking on the phone from down the hall. It's that sensitive, and it's like, you know, I can only turn the sensitivity down so much before like my voice is drowned out, right? I know a condenser mic is not like, you know, the best for like streaming and stuff, at least from what I've heard. I'm not an audio person, but like, yeah. I can only do so much right now. So there's that. But going back to the collab, I think like it was really an honor, and I feel very grateful to have been able to interact with people who are so much bigger and so much more talented than I am. Like, you know, a few of them I think were Corpo VTubers. I think, I'm not sure, I think Cray is a Corpo VTuber, and I think Okumono, who wasn't there but she was supposed to collab with us, is also a Corpo. But it was really an honor to collaborate with them, and you know, I had a good time talking to them. It's interesting because, you know, you see someone who's so much bigger than you, and you're kind of like, you feel intimidated by them, right? But then you like actually talk to them, and it's like, oh, we're all just people. We're all just humans on this planet that all like share the fact that we pretend to be anime people on the internet, right? We're all just people. We're all just people. We have similar interests, we like similar things. It's a really good experience. But one thing that it did is it really gave me the motivation to like improve, you know? Like I want to do more. I need to improve my content. I need to improve the things that I need to do better. I want to do more. If I want to get to that level, if I want to be on the same level as these people, I need to really push myself harder to come up with new ideas, to do more stuff, just be a better content creator, because that's what I want to do. That's really what I want to do. And I think sometimes it's difficult for me to figure out like what's working and what's not. Improving is good, but don't pressure yourself. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not in danger of like burning out, because like right now my life, I would say, is pretty leisurely. When I start school, I'm starting taking a class again at the end of the month. I'm probably going to have to cut down on the number of streams that I'm doing, or the like amount of time I do streams. So I'm probably going to have to cut down, which I'm not looking forward to it, right? Because that's going to slow down my growth. But, you know, that's something that's something that I got to work on. Because at least for me, like the thing I have trouble with is kind of like figuring out things that like I know what I can improve on, right? But I feel like sometimes it's hard to get constructive criticism sometimes, at least like from what I've seen. Like for example, I've had like a few comments on like my YouTube videos that say like, oh, this is boring. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You're allowed to feel that way, but can you give me like, can you tell me how to improve? Can you give me, well, what do you want to see? You know, like, if you can give me like tips, if you have advice for me, like I'm open to advice. Like what kind of content I was also thinking of doing like maybe like a survey, some kind of like survey, and posting it in like the Discord or something, so I could have people like actually give me feedback like on what kind of content they want to see from me. You know, if they want to see me, what kind of like, do they want more chatting streams? Do they want more gameplay streams? Are there certain games that, you know, they want to see me play? That kind of stuff. Because I'm pretty open to feedback. Like I would say I have a pretty, oh god, what's happening out there? My mom just came home and my dog got so excited, she just started like coughing all over the place, just like oh, she's so cute. But, you know, I'm very open to feedback. Like I experimented with like this little feedback widget on my Twitch page. Wouldn't suggest taking advice from YouTube commenters. A survey would probably be better. Yeah. Because like I do want to know like what I can do to bring more people in and to improve my streams. That is something that I'm very open to. Because I'm open to people saying like, hey, like you do this and this is like, if someone says like, I think that this part of your streams or when you do this, it's not super interesting, like that's fine. But like, give me a suggestion, you know, like tell me what you want to see. Unless it's someone who's like only consumes content in the form of like Subway Surfer videos and TikToks, and like they don't actually, like I don't really I'm not interested in hearing feedback from someone who like only consumes content in like 60-second intervals, right? That's not super helpful to me as like a streamer, as someone who does long form content. But you know, going back to like the collab, it really just it motivated me. It motivated me more, and I do feel like that, you know, motivation. So I'm gonna, you know, do more streams, try to come up with like more interesting ideas, and yeah, I hope you guys will stick with me on the ride. And I'm grateful to have everyone here. Everyone who comes to my streams, I am extremely grateful for. Don't mess with it like, don't think of it any other way. I'm grateful to everyone who comes to my streams, even if they're just lurkers, even if, you know, they maybe send one message, or if they don't message at all. I'm happy to have like everyone here. The Slappy Seals are definitely here to back you up 100%. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad. Oh yes, I figured out my gym membership stuff. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I realized that I forgot to post about my stream on Twitter this morning and now. I was busy. You always watch my streams while eating. I hope I can make good eating content, right? Good eating content. I forgot. I did. I was too busy like watching someone else's stream and doing something else. But I had this problem. I sometimes have this problem on Twitch, and I think I figured out what the problem is that Twitch, they like, what's the word? They like soft, not soft block, but like they prevent you from chatting sometimes if they detect you're using a VPN. Because sometimes I was trying to chat in Dolly's stream earlier, and like the message on my end, it would show sent, but on her stream, it wouldn't pop up. But when I chatted on my phone, it would work. Yeah, message got bonked. And so I looked some stuff up, and I thought like, because I thought it was like my ad blockers or whatever. Turn those off, that wasn't the problem. And I, you know, did some Google foo. And some people are saying like, oh yeah, Twitch will sometimes block you from chatting if they detect you using a VPN. So what I did is I switched the server, since it was working on my phone and I also use it on my phone, I switched the server that I'm using on my computer right now to the same server that I'm using on my phone. And that did in fact switch the problem. But it's so irritating how like, now if every website that detects you use a VPN will like try to bonk the shit out of you, like half the time I can't even like use Vextra Life, because it will like, I'll be looking for information for like, you know, Dark Souls or Elden Ring, it'll just be like, we've detected your IP, we blocked your IP, and it's like, fuck off, I just want to fucking figure out how to beat this boss, I'm not trying to hack you guys. I've seen that before and I hate it, which will just, yeah, it just disappears, and it took me like so long to figure that out until today, and I was like, oh, I just need to like switch servers to one that like doesn't bonk me. It's like you can't use it on Amazon, Like, you can't use it on Twitch, you can't use it, like, I've heard that even, like, I've heard someone say that, like, YouTube is starting to block ad blockers now. It hasn't been a problem for me yet, but what am I using? Let me tell you guys what I'm using. On this computer right now, I'm using uBlock Origin and Adblocker Ultimate, and those two work pretty well together. I think on my other computer, oh, this is for Firefox too. I'm using Firefox as well. On my other computer, I'm using a few more privacy stuff, but the problem is that half the time those like privacy, like anti-cookie, anti-tracking extensions, they will just break the website. Like, I will go to my pharmacy's website to refill my prescriptions and I have to turn everything off, otherwise it will not like let me log in. Like, I have to play, like, when I try to like do my scheduling for my work, I have to like turn half of them off because the website will just like not let me log in if I have that stuff turned on, which is, it's annoying. Like, is it that hard to build a website that doesn't like, you know, require these like weird ass permissions that trigger my extensions? I mean, I'm sure there's more to it than that. They probably want your information on purpose. That's probably the reason why they, you know, built it that way. But it's become so much more difficult to use the internet than it was like 10 years ago, I feel like. I mean, maybe things are better, maybe things are worse. It's like a metal detector that scans your belt buckle and starts screaming. Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. It's just like that. So it's very frustrating to have to like use websites sometimes because I have to play the game of like, oh, this website isn't working. Which one of these extensions do I have to turn off in order to get it to work? It's so ridiculous. It's unbelievable. But in terms of like actual real life stuff, I was able to get my gym membership stuff figured out. For those of you who missed it last time, my new job offers to pay for my gym membership, and I was struggling to like get that perk because every time I ask someone about it, they tell me like, oh, you're not in the system. So I think after getting my first paycheck, I was officially like put in the system or whatever. So I was able to get it. So the gym, the nice gym that they pay for, they have a swimming pool there. And I decided to go to the swimming pool, do some laps since I haven't done that in a very long time. And I used to be on a swim team when I was in like elementary school and middle school. I hated it, but you know, I was forced against my will to go. So I decided like, okay, I'll swim some laps since I used to do that a lot. I did like, yeah, I am what I eat, literally. I did like 3 laps before I was out of breath. Like, I was just doing freestyle, like back and forth. And just like after the 3rd lap, I was like, oh my God, like, whew. I'm just like at the wall and I'm just like breathing super heavily. And this was like after I took my asthma medicine too. I'm just like, man, like I really, I just lost my ability to swim. Like, I mean, I can still swim, but like my lung capacity is just like shrunk so much from like when I used to swim. Cause like I used to go a pretty long time without like having to breathe when I would swim. But now like every 3 strokes, I pretty much had to take a breath. And like my body felt so heavy and I was struggling. I was struggling. So I guess that's something I have to work on. I felt like I wasted my time because I just like, I didn't even swim for that long. I swam and I kept taking breaks and I'd swim again, a few more laps. And then I had to take another break. And I was just like, man, this is too much for me. I'm gonna go home. So I think for now, I'm probably going to like stick to the elliptical. And then maybe after I'm done with that, I'll do like, you know, a couple laps just to like, you know, get a little seal floaty and just kick. They do have kickboards there. They do. I could do that, but it's also a little weird because it's like whenever I go like have seen or been to the pool, I'm like the youngest person there. Like everyone else at the pool is like an old person. And so I'm just like there and like also because like I hate sharing a lane. That's the one thing I don't like going to the pool, is that I really do not like sharing lanes with people. Like, I can circle swim, don't get me wrong, like I've done it before. I did it when I was on the swim team, but I just don't like sharing my space with someone else, you know? Just let me have the lane to myself. The trauma of seeing buck naked old men in the pool locker rooms. I mean, I keep my eyes down on the floor so I don't look at like other people. But yeah, I mean, eventually you like they actually have a sauna or something like that at like the gym I go to. But once again, that is an environment in which you have to share space with someone else. And I do not like sharing space with other people. So I will not be doing that. Also, I'm not a sauna person. I'm not a hot spring person. I'm not like, yeah, not really my thing. Oh, sharing lanes and backstroke. Yeah, I hate backstroke. If I'm going to like be lap swimming, I'm just gonna do freestyle and breaststroke. Like backstroke and butterfly, I hate doing them. You know, I was forced to do them for so long, and now that I have a choice, I'm not gonna do them anymore. Like I tried doing one lap of butterfly, and I almost died. Like I literally almost fucking died in that pool. I was just like floundering, like ooh. It was so embarrassing. I was just like, I'm just gonna stick to what I know and what I'm good at. So there's that. But let me just check the time real quick. Oh no, we're good. It's only been like 30 minutes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Butterflies just to scare the hell out of the people in the other lane. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like an absurd stroke. Like it's so incredibly difficult to do. Like who even came up with it? Like why would you do that to yourself on purpose? It's hard to do. It's not even fun. I would say that like it's less fun than backstroke because it's just so, yeah, it's so energy inefficient. Exactly. Like I get that there's people who can do it really quickly, but it's so hard to do. It's so hard on your body. It's weird because like when I was swimming in the ocean, I wasn't really having that like same problem as when I was like getting tired in the pool, but also when I was swimming in the ocean, I wasn't like actually like swimming, you know, like the way I used to. I was just kind of like flopping around in the water and relaxing, like I'll swim out like a short distance and I'll be like, I'm kind of far, I'll swim back to shore, and I'll just like do that for a little bit. Doing the butterfly, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was, I mean, I do want to like get better at swimming again, but I think for now I'll probably like maybe just try to go back to the pool once a week or something. I kind of have to like figure out when the best time to go is, because in the mornings and the afternoons are when it's gonna be the most crowded. Like people, I feel like around like 12 or 1 is probably like the best time to go, because you know most people are like at work or at school during that time, and you know the only people who are at the pool are like the old people who have nothing better to do. Right? Because I know sometimes they have classes too, so I need to like check the class schedule, because when they have classes they close down the first 2 lanes and then they like force everyone to squeeze into like the other lanes. It's not like a super big pool either, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see. I mean, things have been going well at work, so there's that. I mean, I'm feeling good now. I've just had like the past like few weeks have been really just like nothing but like positive things happening for me. The old people are there 24/7, and one guy told me to leave the hot tub at its perfect temperature so he can enjoy it. Oh my god, yeah, I don't like the hot tub, because it's like you go into the hot tub and then someone else comes into the hot tub and then it's like awkward. Like, oh, I have to there's someone else here. I have to like, you have to either ignore them or you have to like make conversation with them. You're just like trying to avoid eye contact, but it's like if they're like sitting near you or sitting right across from you, god, I do not like talking to people that I don't know. Like, even though, oh my god, ew, he was naked? Ew. Was this like, wait, was this like at some kind of like a sauna thing, like or was it actually like, Oh my god, okay, TMI, TMI, TMI. Yeah, that's why I don't like, I don't like saunas and stuff. I don't like being like naked around other people. Like, I get that like, it's kind of like a European and like an Asian thing, you know, to go to like the hot springs or the sauna or the like what's the one they have in Russia? It's like a sauna, but it's like different. They like beat you with sticks. I forgot what it's called, but it's a real thing. Saw your first booba in a German sauna. Yeah, no, they beat you with. I'm over exaggerating it, but in like Russian and I think Eastern Europeans, like not saunas, they call it something else. They like beat you with sticks. It's supposed to be very good for you, actually. That's what everyone tells me. Like, oh yeah, it hurts, but it feels really good. It's a very specific type of branch that they use. Hold on, let me look it up. Let me Google it. I saw a video about it, right? Let's see. A banya, the banya, that's what they call it, the banya. And you like have to, well, you can wear a hat in there. What is, let me look at the Wikipedia page real quick. It's like a birch. What is it? Hold on. Bathing ritual. There's a whole like several paragraphs about this. Oh, in the winter, people may roll in the snow with no clothes on after the banya. Huh. Let's see. A white birch, oak, or eucalyptus are commonly used for massage and facilitate heat transfer from the body. So yeah, they basically do kind of beat you with like leaf. Well, it's not a stick, it's like branches, right? It's like a leaf. I don't know. Apparently people really like it, but not for me, not for me. You will learn to love it. Yeah, I can hear it in my head too. Yeah. But because when I lived in Japan, I never went to like the hot springs. I never went to like the Sento or any of those places. Like I don't like being naked around other people. Maybe it's an American thing. It probably is an American thing, to be honest with you. Like everyone else, like most of the people there were like European, my classmates. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to like, you know, we're gonna go to the hot springs up in the mountains. Do you want to come? And I'm like, no. Naked and afraid, exactly. It's too weird for me. I'm sorry. I'm American. It's too weird for me to do that. But you know, if that's your thing and you enjoy it, then good for you. Don't let me stop you from having a good time about it. Oh man. But it's been good. Like I said, things good have been happening. I've been steadily growing. I've just been having more positive things happening to me. Like, I'm a big believer in serendipity, or that, like, if something is meant to happen, it will happen. That's not to say you shouldn't, like, you know, try and put effort into things, but, like I feel that way, like, about, like, when it comes to, like, dealing with people, like, befriending people, or, like, forming relationships with people. Like, if it's meant to happen, like, it will happen. If it doesn't happen or nothing is happening right now, then there's no use getting upset about it. Like, it's not the right time, you know, it wasn't meant to be. I kind of like let things sort of roll off of me like that, because I used to be the kind of person where, you know, every time something bad would happen to me, I would kind of, or just like something like not positive would happen, I would kind of just be like, yeah, exactly. If it doesn't happen, what power do you have over it? Like, oh, you know, this person hates me, this is because of something I did, or, you know, just feeling really bad about it or getting down on myself. And like, you know, because there's, I don't know if I should talk about this, but there's like a few people I've kind of like reached out to about stuff. And, you know, I either didn't hear back, or I didn't really get like the kind of response I was expecting. And, you know, I'm just like, that's okay. That's okay. You know, maybe it's not meant to happen. Maybe it'll happen in the future. But, you know, that's just the way it is. Because I think, I feel like a lot of people kind of have this like mentality where like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I don't know. I just kind of have turn myself into like the kind of person where I just kind of like go with the flow of things. Like I said, that's not to say I don't try, because I do try, but I don't let myself get discouraged by things that don't go my way as much as I used to. Have you seen the KFC rejection letter? Yes, I did see that one. That one, let me actually bring it up right now because I haven't seen it in a while. KFC rejection letter. Oh, there's quite a few of these on here. Oh, I think this is it. Guest rejection letter full of puns. Oh god, why is it on Instagram? Why is this linked to an Instagram account? Oh my god, it's not even loading for me. Okay, we'll go to this like sketchy Australian news web. Oh my god, okay. No, it's gonna play a video. Oh, here we go. Thank you for your application to Team KFC. We're cluckin' delighted you're keen to join our flock. However, at this moment in time, your skills aren't the secret recipe the Colonel is looking for. But we'd love to hear from you again when you have more experience under your wing. So please give us a cluck if you would like to apply in the future. God. That's, oh my god. It's like, people are complaining that it's like mean. It's not mean. It's like, you know, meant to not be disparaging, but like, yeah, if you can't even get a job at KFC, like, I don't think you have a whole lot going for you. I think you must have like, man, if you can't even get a job at KFC, I think you're either severely overqualified or you must have like a criminal background or something, right? Because those people will hire anyone. Those people will hire fucking anyone. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh my god, I remember, I don't know if they still do this, but KFC, they used to do like the bucket soda thing, because when I was in like high school, there used to be a KFC that was like kind of near our school, and like after school I would see kids go to the KFC, right? And there's this one kid, he was a weird guy. I won't get into him because he had his own problems, but I would occasionally, like once a week, see him walking back from the KFC, and he had this like bucket, like this big bucket, but it was filled with soda. It wasn't filled with chicken. He had fucking like Coca-Cola in there, and he was just like drinking from it. And I always thought that was like the weirdest fucking thing in the world. Like, I didn't even know they allow you to do that. I didn't even, like, I was just like, what is wrong with this kid? Yeah, the calories, exactly. Like, oh my god. Speaking of like soda and calories, I need to like, I need to put my foot down and just like stop drinking Diet Coke and just switch back to sugar-free ginger ale, because like, I know it's not doing me any favors. Like, I think I'm gonna save Diet Coke for special occasions and just do the ginger ale. Because I mean, ginger ale isn't healthy either, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as Diet Coke. Also because like, ginger is, it's good. If it has ginger is good for you. I'm the kind of person who gets like, nauseous, like in cars and stuff. So I feel like drinking more ginger would probably be good for me. Drink water. Yeah, I mean, I drink water too. I try to drink like a bottle of water a day. Like, I have my water bottle. Oh, we're gonna do a bottle squeak. There we go. Oh my god, when I was at the gym, they have one of those like fancy water bottle filler things there. And my water bottle was like almost empty. So I decided I was gonna fill it up there. And I don't have a I don't need a hydrate redeem because I am very good at hydrating myself. Like I would say like, I'm not the kind of person who can go like 6 hours without drinking one sip of water. I will need to like drink some water like every 20 minutes. So I don't really feel like there's a point for me having a hydrate redeem if I'm already, you know, good at hydrating myself. The posture check redeem, however, I do need because I do fucked up things with my spine. So I do need the posture check redeem. But the hydrate redeem is kind of pointless for me anyway. Oh, hold on. Oh, speaking of, thank you, COD. Let me readjust myself here. All right, there we go. I'm sitting up straight. I actually have one of those like therapeutic pillows with like the hole in it for your spine. And it does help. It does help quite a bit. But I still need to like I get schlumped over, you know? Especially since I'm using a laptop. And sorry, I was wiping my nose. And like, you know, with laptops, you kind of have to have them at a specific, you're usually looking down at them, right? You're usually looking down at them. So, you know, that's another thing. I was also thinking like, maybe I should get a new desk as well, but I kind of feel Alex, a warning? Oh god, what's happening? Oh, clipboard, hello. What's going on? Because I have, like, the desk I have is this, like, very thick and very heavy wood desk. And, you know, my mom got it for me, so I feel bad, like... Oh boy, okay, is Dolly done with her stream? Okay. That's fine, she can raid me if she wants. Do you have an external monitor? So my monitor, I'm using, I basically use my Surface tablet as an external monitor. I'm not using it right now because, I don't know, I'm just chatting, I'm not playing a game. But I do use like my Surface tablet as a second monitor, and it works pretty well. Oh, wait, did they raid already? Did the raid go through? I don't see it, but thank you guys for coming. Ah, there we go, hey, Dolly, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Hi guys, how's it going? I was warned things were getting a little bit, the bonk. I was warned things were getting a little bit crazy. Oh, thank you for the Pope mode, Scorpio. Ah, Darkbleed, thank you so much for the follow. Polychen, thank you, welcome. We're just talking, we're just having a good little chat here. How's the stream? How was the I left like probably the time about you were still doing the Marasmus. Like I left around the time I sent my last message, so I have no idea what you got into. Thank you for the egg, thank you for the head pat. But we're just having a chill time here. For those of you who are new here, my name is Alex Azarashi. I'm a Seal Girl VTuber. I also stream Team Fortress 2. I stream Elden Ring and Deep Rock Galactic. Nothing weird happened, got a little silly. Okay. But thank you guys for being here. How are you? I'm doing good. I was just talking about, you know, life, my collab. For those of you who aren't here, I had a collab on Saturday. Yes, Saturday night. It went very, very well. It was my first collab. I finally figured out how people do the PNG tuber thing. So the PNG tuber thing is with it's not really a program, it's like a browser thing called Fujitech. And basically the way it works, it's actually really easy to use. I was surprised at how easy it was. You upload your PNG to the Fujitech website, and it will give you a link, and it connects to Discord as well. So you have to log in through Discord. And you basically like put the link that Fujitech gives you as a browser source in OBS. And then that way, every time you talk, like it will light up. And when you don't talk, it won't light up. So I was surprised at how easy it was to use, because it's like, it's one of those things that looks harder than it actually is. Like you see like people like the moving and the PNGs, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna have to do some like OBS wizardry and crap. But it's like actually super easy to use. I actually ended up like PNG tubing as well that day. I originally was planning on using like my model for the stream, but I had my model open, and I had 8 other people's Fujitech on my OBS window. And like it was lagging so bad. My model was just like just lagging. So I just decided, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna be a PNG too. It's too much for my poor little laptop. So yeah. Because I know like I know VTube Studio has that new extension. Who is the CEO of memes? Who is the CEO of memes? I don't know. I don't know, I'm sorry. Like, VTube Studio has that, like, VNet thing, but oh, you're the CEO of memes? Okay, everyone is the CEO of memes. Okay, you can all be the CEO of memes. Wait, can I be the CEO of memes too? I want to be this. Can I be the COO of memes? I'll be the COO of memes, which I think that's like below the CEO. I guess. I don't know how companies work. Fight to the death. Blood sports. Blood sports for the CEO title. Oh, speaking of CEOs and blood sports, did you guys hear that like Elon Musk and Zuckerberg are actually going to fight? Like, I thought it was a meme and they were just like joking about it, but apparently they're going to do it, which is kind of absurd and insane to me. Yeah, like I was so surprised because a few months ago I was hanging out with my aunt when they first like made the initial tweets, and I told her and she's like, no, that's not gonna happen, they're just fucking around. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And then last night I texted her and I was like, they're actually going to fight. And we like actually had a conversation about it. She's like, oh, well, Musk is larger than Zuckerberg, but Zuckerberg is like, he actually works out. He actually, you know, puts in the effort and does training. While Musk is kind of just like, he's kind of a blob. Let me look at him. I don't think he's particularly like, I don't think he's particularly fit. He's always, I mean, he's not fat. I love how all the pictures are like extremely flattering. Like, I bet he paid to have extremely flattering pictures of him put on fucking Google. I think Zuckerberg will crumple into his robotic parts. What are you talking about? I wasn't listening. Elon Musk and Zuckerberg are going to fight, apparently. Have you seen the emo Musk? I have not. Emo... Oh, wait, you mean the one where he's like with the long hair and he's standing next to that poster that says Liberty? Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I saw that one. So, I think, I don't know, I think Zuck is probably going to win just because he actually is like training and putting in the effort. But there's like, oh my god, there's just so much going on with like Musk right now. I think he's starting to lose it. Like, I think he's actually starting to lose it. Like that video of them putting the X sign up in San Francisco. Ah, thank you for the big suit. Yeah, we're talking business now. We're talking business. I gotta wear my big suit for the business talk. And like, the fight could go either way, and that's why it's so entertaining. Yeah, I guess it could, I guess. Because how tall? Elon Musk height. 6'1". Zuckerberg is 5'7". Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be a problem. Because usually like, oh, I don't have a Discord like the exclamation point thing, but it is linked, I think. It should be linked in my bio somewhere. Like, because usually when they do these fights, they usually pair them up by weight or body type. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, like, when you have people with different like weights or body type, it could either go really good or really badly. Like, you know, the underdog against the big guy, David and Goliath, etc., etc. Is there like a date? Did they announce when they're going to fight? Or is it just kind of like still like they've agreed to it, but they haven't actually figured out when they're going to do it? Let's see here. Jiu-jitsu is quite good for smaller people. Really? Is that what Zuckerberg does? He does jiu-jitsu? Actually, don't they both like live in San Francisco? Cause like, Musk, if he's working at Twitter every day, he must be living in San Francisco. And Zuckerberg, well, he's probably living in the Bay Area, right? Probably living in the Bay Area. You got the stream? Oh, thank you for the head pat. Thank you for the head pat. You just woke up. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for tuning in today, Brubbit. Because, like, what if they, like, meet on the streets of San Francisco? What if they're both going to Starbucks to get their, like, venti iced lattes, and then they, like, see each other there? Like, are they just gonna fight? Is that how it works? Is it, like, an on-site kind of thing? Oh, you didn't know. I forgot to announce it. I'm so sorry. I forgot to post about it on Twitter, and I forgot. It slipped my mind. I was too busy, so I was like, whatever. Let's just like guerrilla it, basically. Like, if they do they probably won't do a charity thing. Let's be real here. There's no way they're going to do a charity thing. Or if they do a charity thing, it's gonna be for one of those, like, charities that's basically just, like, a tax break thing, you know? Like, they don't actually do anything. It's just kind of like a money laundering scheme for rich people who want to avoid taxes. Because there's a lot of those out there. There's a lot of those out there. Like, I don't know. I am suspicious of any celebrity that has, like, their own charity, because it's so obviously just, like, not only is it, like, a ploy to get, like, people to think better of you, but it's also just, like, I know your ass just did it for the taxes. I know you did. You didn't want to fly out to, like, the Cayman Islands or wherever the hell, you know, those little islands are where rich people put their money in the banks. Like, they'd probably do that too. Other than Mr. Beast, I don't really know. I mean, I guess Mr. Beast does good stuff. I don't really, like, watch his content. Like, people are kind of, like, controversial about Mr. Beast. Like, oh, he's just doing it for the views. But then he also does, like, the good things. And, oh, Sea-Dog VA does charity too? Oh, nice. I didn't know that. One day, like, when I blow up, I would like to do, like, a seal charity stream. I think that would be really awesome. Because I saw that Rin Penrose did a charity stream for the Sharkies. So I'd like to do some of that too one day. One day. Mr. Beast just does Mr. Beast things. Yeah. I was watching this video last night. It was a Turkey Tom video about, like, something about why Creator Clash failed. And I actually don't know much about, like, the whole Creator Clash thing. If you blow up, I'd like to have VIP. Yeah, I think actually, let me see if I have another VIP slot open, because I know it does, like, limit me sometimes, but I'll look into it. He has massively charity things, friend Iron Mouse. Let's see. Have you seen Doug? I have not, no. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing good stuff, which is awesome. I want to be free TF2 content. Yeah, don't worry. There's TF2 content coming twice this week, actually. I'm gonna be reading the comics on stream, and then the regular TF2 stream is gonna be on Saturday this week. So you know, it'll be good. It'll be lots of fun. Because who else was I watching? Oh yeah, that's right. I was watching the Turkey Tom documentary about the Creator Clash stuff. And I don't really, like, know anything about, like, those people. TF2 duos with Dolly Wen. We've, like, I think we played, like, TF2 together, but yeah, we could definitely do it again sometime. Oh wait, have you read the comics, Dolly? I think you have, because you mentioned something about the comics about, like, I think on your last TF2 stream. But I actually read some of the comics. Oh, you did? Okay, nice. A really long time ago. I think maybe when they first came out. But I don't really remember that much, to be honest with you. Like, I've seen screen caps of them, and I know, like, some, like, basic lore stuff. And but I don't think I've really gotten, like, too far into them. I've never read the Saxton Hale comics or, like, the Halloween comics or anything like that. When was the last TF2 comic that came out? It must have been, like, at least 8 years ago, right? Because I don't think they've updated it recently. They probably don't have those people on payroll anymore, whoever made the comics, which is a shame, but, you know. 2010? It was that long ago? Wow. I did hear, yeah, you told me about the Lincoln and the stairs thing. The earliest, okay. Yeah, wow. I was also watching, like, some, like, pro players play, and, like, the skill ceiling, like, going from, like, I watch Banny sometimes, and I do really like his kind of, like, outlook on how to become, like, a better TF2 player. Because I feel like a lot of, like, when it comes to pro gaming, a lot of, like, people will be like, oh yeah, you've got to like do this, and if you subscribe to my whatever, I can teach you and give you all like the hot tips. But Banny is just like, if you want to be good, you should just play the game as much as possible. You should just like play and actually put effort into it, which is probably like, you know, the most honest and like accurate advice. Of course, it's still possible to be bad at a game, even if you have like 10,000 hours in it, right? Like I would say I probably have at least like 1,000 hours into like, I don't know, maybe like all of the Dark Souls games all together in Elden Ring, but I would say I'm not like particularly good about it. Uninstall and play Minecraft. I'm not good at rocking jumping. I would say I'm better at sticky jumping than I am at rocket jumping. Yeah, lazy people be like, I gotta practice. Like, oh my god, I remember when I was in my Overwatch era, I was like, oh, I want to get better at Overwatch. How do I get better at Overwatch? I know, I should buy a Razer mouse. That's like $100. And like for a while, I did feel like Jump Academy stream. I've tried doing like the jumps, but like the problem is I get so frustrated eventually that I just like stop and do something else. But I could try it. Please, I already bought the Razer mouse. Okay, listen, I can sticky jump half of the time. Half of the time it's a good mouse. I've had it for like 8 years. It's a good mouse. It's a little clicky sometimes, but it gets the job. What's wrong with Razer mice? What mouse am I supposed to use? What am I supposed to use? God. Like, I don't know. I didn't realize gamer mice overpriced. Okay, yeah, that's true. They are overpriced for the quality. I will admit that. Like, oh, Caretaker, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. You use a trackball mouse? Oh my god. I remember I had a friend. She would beat Skyrim on her laptop, and she didn't have a mouse. She had one of those computers that had like the little red dot in the keyboard, and she just like played through the entirety of Skyrim that way. I still have no idea how she did it, but like she was just like, oh yeah, I don't have a mouse, so I just played it with this thing. And I was like, how is it possible? How do you do that to yourself? But I also like beat Skyrim playing at like 10 to 12 FPS. So, you know, anything is possible if you put your effort into it. Played FPS games on trackpad and somehow, yeah, she also played like, what did she play? She played like, not Call of Duty, Counter-Strike with the trackpad. And I was like, why do you do this to yourself? And she's like, what are you talking about? It's fine. Oh my god, you guys, oh man. Wow. I mean, I guess, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? Like, oh, I don't have a mouse, but I really want to play this game. I guess I'm playing it with the trackpad. I guess I'm playing it with the little, like, you know, the little red dot keyboard thing. Oh my goodness. I woke up this morning and I was like looking through Twitter, and people are like shitting themselves over the PlayStation 4 emulator, like booting up and stuff. And, you know, in the replies were people like, oh, Bloodborne is finally going to be playable. Check Memes channel now? Okay, I'll take a look. I'm looking. The Logitech, oh my god, the Logitech. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. What did that thing cost, like $30 at Best Buy? You probably don't have Best Buy. What was that, like $25, $30? Yeah, I remember like I was looking for like a portable mouse. Ah, Squish, welcome. And like, I was like, I'm not paying over like $30 for like a mouse like that, right? Like even 25 is pushing it. Like I got this like cheap little, what is it, Elecom? Did I get this in Japan? I think I might have gotten this one in Japan. But it does the job. It does the job. For my Surface anyway. When it's like real gamer hours, I use my you know what's funny? It costs $28. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad for a mouse, I feel like. Like it has 2 extra buttons on the side, but I never use them. I completely forget they're there 99% of the time. Oh, that's right. I was talking about people, the Bloodborne FPS people are like the most obnoxious people on the planet. Like, actually, Bloodborne is unplayable because it doesn't run at 60 FPS. Like, oh my god, those people are so annoying. Like, I've played Bloodborne on a PlayStation 4, a PS4 Pro, and a PS5. I have had no problems on either of those things. These people are just insane. Like, okay, I get it. You have like a 4090 and you have a 360 hertz refresh rate monitor. But like, realistically, the human eye cannot see the difference. Like, anything over FPS, the human eye cannot see. Like, these people are so weird about Bloodborne having like FPS, like not having perfect, like stable FPS. It's bizarre. It's like, have you never played like a game that was made before 2015 before? Like, it's so weird to me how people are like obsessed with this and they think it's like unplayable because it's not like a perfect 60 all the time. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Like, I have beaten that game without any problems whatsoever, and these people like cry and whine about like Bloodborne, like, oh, it's not the perfect oh my god. I'm sorry, I love Bloodborne, so it like irritates me when people like shit talk it because of like the FPS or because of the way it looks. Look at the glorious side profile of the mount. Oh wow. That's very similar to the one I use for my Surface. It's very like thin and low profile. I mean, it's good for traveling, right? It's good if you're like traveling and you don't want to have like a big ass fucking gaming mouse with you. Because I will say I do like a USB mouse. I do like the USB mouse. Yes, I will agree. So with some games, FPS is crucial. Like if you are playing like an FPS game, or like, you know, like a really fast-paced, high-speed, like whatever, like, I don't know, a racing game or something, like FPS is probably important. But for Bloodborne, it's not like, you're not gonna die if it's not like 60 FPS. TF2, yeah, I would say FPS is important for TF2 as well. 20 FPS gaming, yeah. I have lived like the subpar FPS gaming life for so long that like, I do not understand why people complain about like things not being 60 FPS. Like, unless it's like absolutely crucial to the game, like I don't get it. I don't get it. Played Minecraft on 12 FPS for most of my life. Like, it's not like the end of the world. I think it's like these people, Sims 3 10 FPS was Kino when I was 8. I tried The Sims, but I could never really like, I could never really get into it. Like, I played The Sims on the iPhone. What was the Sims game for the iPhone? Not the new one. It was like maybe, let's see, Sims mobile game. It was just The Sims. Okay, I thought it had like a number next to it, but it was like it was like for iOS and Android, I think. Sometimes the FPS, because if it's low, it hurts my head. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just think that sometimes people get like so uppity over FPS when a lot of the time, like, unless, like, if you're playing like a AAA game like Call of Duty or whatever, then it's like, okay, I can understand being upset about FPS. If it's like, you know, Destiny or Call of Duty or like a big AAA game in which there's really no excuse for them to have like, you know, not locked it at 60 or something, right? But people just like to complain. People just like to complain. People who complain about controls have never been in my situation. I played GTA San Andreas backwards because the W button was broken for 2 years. Broke gang rise up. Broke gang rise up. These people will never understand what it's like to be a broke gamer. These privileged uppity people with their 3090 Ti's, you know, and their like expensive 4Ks, they don't understand what it's actually like for the working gamer. They don't understand what it's like for the majority of us working gamers. They don't get it. They don't get it. Exactly. Broke gamer gang, rise up. We out here with our Logitech mouses. We out here with our fucking $20 earbuds. We out here, right? With our, like, Goodwill monitors. We out here. Like, I think the most expensive thing, like, I ever bought was probably, like, honestly, probably my streaming laptop, which was, like, almost $2,000. And it's like, oh, gaming laptop, haha, meme. But you know what? It works. It works. I do need to, like, upgrade the RAM though, because I have noticed a sharp decline in, like, the way it runs within the last 6 months. Ran a very low config on TF2 for my PC because it was maxing out on 20 FPS. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the beauty about TF2 is that you can really, like, make it into low profile. Don't you get tired of staring at the small screen? The screen, it's, let me, hold on. Let me measure it for you guys. Hold on. Let's see here. We measure it diagonally, right? That's like, it's like 16 inches. It's like 16 inches, so it's not like, it's not super small. It's actually, it's bigger than my Surface. So that's what I can say. Like, I cannot imagine using a huge monitor. Like, to me, that is, I can't imagine doing that. Like, I've seen these videos of people with their, like, gigantic 60-inch 4K gaming monitors, and I'm like, I cannot imagine using that. That's just crazy. Use the TV as a monitor once. Yeah, I mean, if it works, right? I have heard that, like, I don't know, I've heard people say that, like, TVs and gaming monitors do function differently. And that, like, sometimes, like, for certain, like, if you're doing, like, you're like an FPS autist, then maybe, like, you should switch to, like, a gaming monitor instead of, like, a TV. But if it works, it works. Played Genshin Impact and it ran on 14 FPS. But Genshin Impact, like, runs on phones, doesn't it? It can't possibly use that much resources. That's crazy. That's absurd. There's no way. Like, unless you're playing on, like, I don't know, a Lenovo ThinkPad. 15-inch laptop for gaming, which is connected to a Samsung monitor. I do like Samsung TVs. Yeah, my TV is a Samsung, and it works pretty good. Your phone died in like 5 minutes with Genshin. It probably does use a lot of resources, like in terms of battery. Because I would say like the two gacha games that I actually play are what is it called? Miracle Nikki, Love Nikki. It's the newest Nikki game. It's 3D and Blue Archive. And they both do drain my battery quite a bit. It just overheats and sucks the battery. Like, not only are they stealing your information, the Chinese gaming companies are also stealing the battery life from your phones. You know what? They might be like mining Bitcoin, right? Like, what if they found out that, like, oh yeah, they're actually mining Bitcoin on your phones? I mean, like, phones now are, like, pretty powerful, right? For the most part, I think. Don't say it. I mean, I don't know if you can mine Bitcoin on your phone. Maybe, like, 100 millionth of a Bitcoin? The only other mobile game I play is, Nike, which is not nearly as bad, but it still overheats my... Genshin is the worst game, because you played it with multiple X's and it scarred you. I don't play Genshin, so I can't relate. Big L plus ratio, can't relate. But speaking of, like, oh man, I remember, did I uninstall that from my computer? Hold on. I had BlueStacks installed on my computer, and then I heard that BlueStacks is crypto mining. Okay, I uninstalled it. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Yeah. But, like, I'm the kind of person where, like, when I play gacha games, I don't even play them. I just, like, I basically log in every single day and do dailies until I have amassed an absurd amount of free currency. And then I spend it all on, like, one thing, right? Just trying to get, like, one character or whatever. Because it's like, for me, when I like spend money on something like a gacha game or whatever, I feel like I've wasted my like money. I feel like I'm wasting my time. But if I get something I really want and I didn't spend any money on it, I feel like I've gamed the system. Like I've ripped them off. They're not ripping me off. I'm ripping them off. Like I got my super rare S rank like whatever for free, and there's nothing they can do about it because I got it for free. Yeah, free to play hits different. It does. It does. Please don't call the cops on me. Like, oh man, I remember I used to do that like when I played Love Live, but then they introduced the premium currency in Love Live, and I think that was like the first instance that I know of that like a mobile game or a gacha game had like premium current, like I mean not premium currency, but I mean like the free coins or diamonds or whatever, and the paid ones. And I was so irritated when they introduced that because I had like, I think I had like 100,000 of whatever their like premium currency was saved up. And then they introduced that and it was all like, wow, I just saved up all this crap for nothing. TF2 unboxings better than gacha games. Yeah, I mean, at least with TF2 unboxings, you can get like things that can actually be of use to you, right? Like stranges, unusuals. You could sell that shit on the market for like money, right? Because someone was saying, like I saw some guide on the internet that was basically like, oh yeah, if you buy like they're basically going over the logistics of investing in buying like keys and doing unboxing and then selling the things. You can do like things that can be of use, a never-ending sense of dread. Like things that like selling, like making money off of unboxing TF2 crates. And I guess like technically that is possible, right? You could I don't think you would make more than what you spent on it. I really don't think you'd be making that much more of what you spent on it unless you are like insanely lucky and you get a bunch of really, really rare items on every unboxing. But you know, there's people who do that, I guess. Good for them. You know, actually, I do stuff like that sometimes. I have no leg to stand on here. I used to scalp amiibos when they first came out. I would buy the amiibos, like I would stay up all night pressing F4 on the Amazon page until I was able to like get one in my cart. And then, oh hi COD. I would like, you know, flip them for like, maybe like $20 more than they actually cost on eBay. It was a racket. It was a racket. Like actually flipping things can be kind of fun, but it is kind of more of a pain than it's worth sometimes, especially like nowadays when it's like you have to fight with people that are using bots and like, you know, basically abusing the system. You got really addicted to my singing monsters? Why? That's so specific. Like, I remember... Okay, I unironically used to really like hypebeast fashion. And I've actually no, I've bought a few things from Supreme before. It was a gift for a friend. It was not for me. It was a gift for a friend. I bought my friend the Supreme Shrek logo shirt. And that was like such a pain to get. Because I had to like, you know, I was like fighting with the bots, right? I had to keep refreshing the page. I had to like, just typing in my credit card information and my address to get it in there. But it was, I got a cool sticker from it actually. Because like Supreme, they send you like cool stickers. Like, I actually love this sticker. I've never used it because it's so cute. It's supposed to look like a pasta box, but it says Supreme Spaghetti on it. It is absolutely adorable, and I'm too afraid to use it because A, it's really big, I don't know what I'd put it on, and B, it's just like, it might be of value someday, right? Roblox Pokemon? Oh my god. I would like to try a Roblox stream again, but after what happened last time, I don't know if it's gonna be possible. Like, I did try to play Roblox on stream, I think a few months ago, but for some reason, it just like, it would crash the stream. It would like, my OBS would go from green to red every time I was in like a Roblox lobby. I don't know like what the deal is with that game. Oh, speaking of Minecraft SMPs, I was in an Sertal's stream last night, and she was doing something with like the Minecraft Disney SMP, and I was able to get on there for a little while, but then like my computer, like it just crashed. The SMP crashed my computer, so I just like gave up after that. I was just like, I'm not. It's too much for me. I have a rare sticker from a YouTuber he did with the gamer stuff, and they gave you a sticker. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right, I saw you in the game. So sorry if I was like, I wasn't ignoring you. Because I was connecting with a VPN, the game was like, oh, you're connecting with a VPN, so we're going to mute you for 10 minutes. And I was, I couldn't do anything about it, right? I couldn't do anything about it. So I was just like, no, I'm not ignoring you. No, yeah, but it was good. It was fun. It was nice. Cause yeah, I don't know. Like I said, VPN problems. Everyone hates VPNs because that's what the evil hackers use, the dark web people use. And it's like, fuck off. I just don't want you to fucking take my information and dox me. Like, get out of here. I remember, you're at the grocery. Let's see. Wait, what kind of, are we talking about like the regular grocery store? Are we talking about the Asian grocery store? Because that depends what you're gonna buy there. I would say if they have the Bulldog carbonara noodles, buy those. If not, okay, normal supermarket. Carrots. I like carrots. Like roast some carrots. I like carrots. Get some carrots. Actually launching a small SMP. I like carrots. Carrots are good. You can, like, my mom makes really good carrots. Like, she'll like make caramelize them. She'll caramelize them. And they're like a little bit sweet, but still really, really good. Ooh, especially if they have like the organic carrots, like not the orange carrots, like the ones that are kind of like brownish or reddish. Those ones are really, really good. You were throwing me captions used to, yeah. It's really like a pain in the butt. Cause I was like, another reason, like someone asked me like on stream the other day, like, why are you using a VPN? And I will tell you multiple reasons. But the biggest one being that like, sometimes when you go to a website, the website will try to dox you. Like sometimes you will search something in Google and it will be like, oh, here's results based on your location. And it will show like your town or your city or your zip code. So like if I am like Google searching something on stream, I don't want that to happen to me, right? And like sometimes when you go to a website, like a store website, like, I don't know, a chain website like Best Buy or Walmart, it'll be like, oh, we're gonna get your location so that we can show you results in your area, right? Like that's happened to me on stream before, where like a website tried to do that. Thank God I was using my VPN and it only showed the location of like the VPN server. But like that is like a big reason to use one. Oh, it happened to you on YouTube. Yeah, that's like a big reason. Like if anyone wants a VPN recommendation that's like actually somewhat cheap, I would recommend VOD. It's only like €5 a month. It's like you can pay for it like however you like. You can pay for multiple months. You can do it like month at a time. I will say though that it is a little bit slower. I would not recommend it for like doing serious gaming because it really will throttle your connection. It's good for downloading things from places, but it's pretty reliable too. I would say it's pretty reliable. I have been having problems, like I said, Twitch chat not connecting because of the VPN thing, but they have a lot of servers all over the world. It's not like, I used to use NordVPN, but I can't use NordVPN anymore because NordVPN, when I use it, it doesn't let me connect to the other devices on my network. And even when I tell it yes, let me connect to the devices on my network, or like I would like to split tunnel, it doesn't work. Like, I use my Surface monitor, my Surface tablet, sorry, as a second monitor. And that is through, like, wireless connections, right? Like, it's wireless, basically. I don't use any cables. And when I use Mulvod, it allows me to connect to it and use it as a second monitor. But with NordVPN, it does not allow me to. And I've tried everything. Like, when I, long carrot or short carrot? Get the long carrots. Get the long carrots. Get the long carrots. Watching from the market. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, the long carrots are better than the baby carrots, in my opinion. But, like, because I used to use Nord for a long time, and Nord is... They are pretty good. They are very reliable. But I think a lot of, like, of the anti-VPN software that websites use, they really, like, pick up on Nord very quickly just because they're so widely used by everyone, right? Because I think, I could be wrong about this, but the way it works is that, like, if, like, a website sees a bunch of people connecting from one IP address, then I think they assume that that is a VPN and they flag that IP address. So I think, like, really, like, the best way to do it is, like, to get, like, a, what do they call it? Like, a private, not a private, yeah, I think, like, a private server or, like, an onion or whatever. I'm not too knowledgeable about it. Yeah, like websites nowadays have a list of Nord IPs. So it's getting a lot harder to connect with a lot of, like, the big ones, like ExpressVPN, NordVPN. Like, whenever I see, like, YouTubers doing that, you should use NordVPN so you can watch Netflix in other countries. And it's like, that does not work. That's part of the reason why I stopped using Nord, is because I would watch something on Netflix, and literally every 5 minutes, I would have to change the server because it would be like, oh, we see that you're using a VPN. Please turn it off. Every 5 minutes. Oh, you're using Proton? Yeah, it's gonna be the same for most of the big brands, I think. Yeah, I mean, you could probably... Oh. Because I remember when I tried Nord again, I canceled it after, like, I think a few weeks because of, you know, the problems I was having. But yeah, like, it's pretty disingenuous when I see people doing, like, VPN sponsorships and they tell you, like, oh, it will unblock this, it will let you access this. Like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like, that is a bold-faced lie. In theory, it does, but it doesn't actually work. Oh, excuse me, I need to have some more water. Okay, maybe a lie. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. It does sometimes work, but in my opinion, it's just more trouble than it's actually worth. Like, at least with the one I use, I haven't had any problems with it. Someone who wasn't sponsored didn't work for them. I think it does work, like, depending on what servers you use, depending on where you're connecting to, but it's like one of those things where it's like, I remember I used to go onto, like, Reddit or whatever, where people would be like, hey, does anyone have any, like, server recommendations so that I can like, watch Netflix? And people would post their recommendations on there. And I would use the recommendations, and it would work for a while. And then after a while, everyone else would kind of catch on to, like, oh, this is the server that lets you use Netflix. And then they'd, like, flag that server because everyone was using it. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely, like, we literally have to fight with the internet. I have to fight with the internet in order to use it. It works a good amount of the time, not great. Well, I'm glad it's working for at least some people. You know, at least some people are getting their money's worth with it. I certainly wasn't, which is unfortunate. But it's like every day is a battle. Every day is a battle. Like, oh, fish, there's fish. Oh, those are some fish. Nice fish, yeah. Oh man. Gave up trying to use VPNs because it's just limited. Yeah, it will throttle your connection. It will. Especially if you already have slow internet connection and you're being, like, throttled by the VPN, then it's like, what's the point? What's the point, right? But I can definitely see, like, you know, like, if you can get it to work, then that's great. But keep that server, the server that works, keep it to yourself. Don't let anyone else find out about it. Oh, but yeah. Web 3.0 was a mistake. I just want to go back to the days where I could just like go to Barbie.com and play the Flash games and not have to worry about all this nonsense. The bandwidth! Exactly, the bandwidth. I wonder if Oppenheimer... Yeah, I don't think it is. I've heard that it wasn't. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I've been trying to get tickets to see Oppenheimer with my dad for like the past 2 weeks. But like, we tried it the day before we were going to see it and everything was sold out. And then we tried it like, last week we tried it again, like maybe like 3 days before, and everything was sold out. So I think, I should probably do it tomorrow because he's gonna be around tomorrow. Don't watch it with you. Oh, cause there's like a booby scene, right? Yeah, I was worried about that. That is Sloppenheimer. Oh my goodness gracious. How lewd. How lewd. I mean, if we can't get tickets this week, I might just like give up on seeing it because like I don't like having to like fight with, you know, getting a ticket and stuff. I do want to see it like in 70mm because I don't usually see movies like that often in theaters anyway. Just pirated from Billy. I mean, it's like, if it's like a big theatrical experience, the bomb is not the only thing blowing. Did they even, oh, wow, okay. Like, if it's like a big theatrical thing, I would like to see it in theaters. Like, when is the next Dune movie coming out? I want to see that in theaters. Dune Part 2. That is coming out November 3rd. Okay, that one I'm definitely going to see when it comes out. I'm gonna see that bitch in fucking IMAX, like the really fancy IMAX. The FNAF movie dubbed in Italian? That'll be interesting. That's gonna be, oh boy. Should I get snapper cod? Oh, salmon. Well, I mean, you could get cod because that is your namesake, but I personally prefer salmon. Ooh, carrots and salmon. That sounds good. That sounds delicious. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, go with the salmon. Go with the salmon. I really like I don't know how they're gonna do like the FNAF, like I wonder how the FNAF movie is going to compare to like Willy's Wonderland. It's probably going to be better. To be fair, I didn't see Willy's Wonderland. I just think it was funny because like it's like a FNAF ripoff. But like what was I saw something. I can't remember if it was like in my chat or if it was in someone else's chat where it's like someone said like, or if it was like an Instagram post or someone was like, oh yeah, so I was at like my first day of training on my job and the guy who was training me said like, you know Five Nights at Freddy's, right? It's like that. And I just thought like, oh my god, imagine you go into a job and like the trainer starts telling you like, oh yeah, it's just like Five Nights at Freddy's. That would be, oh my god, that's terrible. I've never played like FNAF because I can't do horror games, but it's like, I feel like every like 5 to 10 years, there's like something that comes out that just like, for some reason, it activates autism in people. Like Sonic the Hedgehog was a big one. FNAF is like also like a big one. SCP is another big one. No, it's not that I don't like them. It's just that like I'm a big baby. I can't play like scary games. It's too much for me. What's another one? I feel like, yeah, Team Fortress 2 is kind of like an autism game. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. All right, where Roxy at? Show me how them spring locks work. You don't really get scared? Oh, I see. Like, I don't know what it is. There's just like certain things that just activate the almonds in people's minds. It's so interesting. It's like someone needs to like dissect these things and figure out like what it is that like makes people like go crazy over these things. Like maybe in like 10 or 20 years or something, we're gonna see people like do their like psych dissertations on like the connection between autism and Sonic the Hedgehog. TF2 activated mine hard. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just like, I feel like one of like the best ways to like see, like, at least from my experience, see that kind of like autism in action is to just go on Tumblr and search up a piece of media. Search up a piece of media on the Tumblr tags and you will go through that and you'll be like, yeah, this is a thing. Yeah, it's like niche things really just like activate the almonds in people. Like I never got into Sonic the Hedgehog because I was never like a Sega kid, I was a Nintendo kid, and also because like I have like trauma related to Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? I have trauma related to Sonic the Hedgehog, and I will tell you why. So when I was a kid and I would go to the dentist, I went to like the fancy dentist, right? And they would have like Wii's in there, sometimes GameCubes. They would have like, you know, consoles in there for you to play in the waiting room and also while you're getting your teeth done. And for some reason, they never had any good games. They just had like Sonic the Hedgehog and like Mario sports games. And so, like, you know, obviously when you're a kid, going to the dentist is a very traumatic experience. So I would go to the dentist, I would be like having like, you know, the worst time ever, and the only thing I had, like, I just, like, the only thing I had to entertain myself was fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. And I was like, it literally evokes like a trauma response in me. Like, I cannot play a Sonic game because I just like, I'm back in that chair and I hear the buzzing and I hear the sounds and I'm just like crying and I'm just like, oh my god. It's also like the same with me in Mario sports games. Like, I can't play Mario sports games because of that reason too. Like, I don't know, they just, like, that's my trauma regarding Sonic the Hedgehog. It just brings me back to that horrible, horrible place. Oh, they did a root canal. Oh my god, yeah. I need to... Oh boy, I keep putting off making an appointment to go to the dentist. Actually, no. I tried to make an appointment, like, I think last month or a couple months ago. And, like, the way they do it, they're like, oh yeah, send us, like, email us with your phone number or whatever, and we'll call you to set up, tooth mention, an appointment. And so I did that, and they never called me. So I have to do it again or call them myself and be like, hello, it's me. I haven't been here in a year. Can I get an appointment, please? Also, like, I don't know. I've never had a good time in a dentist before. I don't like the buzzing. I don't like things in my mouth. I don't like the sounds, or especially needles. The closer the needle is to my head, the more it upsets me. So, and also because, like, I went to the dentist one time and they gave me like the numbing shot, but it literally made me have a panic attack. Like, I was like literally like hyperventilating and I was crying, but I was like okay, like I was calm on the inside, but I was having a physical reaction to it. And so they're like, hey, like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I just like, I can't control myself for some reason. And they're like, oh, it must be the shot. It has like epinephrine in it, which is like a stimulant. So that's probably what's happening to you. You beat up a doctor while under anesthesia? Oh my god. Oh, you had a tooth removed? Yeah, I've had tooth removed before. It's not a fun experience. I hope that when I go back, they're not going to do the shots on me, because like, it's yeah. Yeah. You enjoy going to the doctors? I'm glad you... I mean, I don't mind going to the doctors. It's just the dentist specifically that I have a lot of, like, you know, trauma related to. It's an unfortunate accident. When is your doctor hot? Oh my god. Work for the first time in an hour and a half? Well, good luck. I hope you have a good day at work. Do good. Get all the praise. Get that money. Get that bread. Get that bag. Do what you gotta do, clipboard. One of your doctors is hot. Nice, nice. I have this really bad habit where I kind of like downplay my symptoms. So like I will be like suffering from something and then I'll be like, okay, I need to make a doctor's appointment and I need to like go talk to the doctor about it. Ooh, that is some British cheese. Oh, it's cheddar. I do like a cheddar. I do enjoy a good cheddar cheese. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, the doctor. And I'll be like, oh, I'm having this issue. It's such a pain. I can't deal with it. And then I get to the doctor and I'm like, oh, like, hello, I'm doing great today. How are you? I'm not having any problems. And then I have the problem again and I'm like, damn it, I need to talk to the doctor about it. The only one here who doesn't stream? I guess, maybe. I don't know. We got a lot of secret streamers here sometimes. But, oh man, like, I need to, like, actually, I have to start writing down the things that I need to talk to doctors about so I don't go there and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing great. Everything is good. I'm not having any problems. Because it's like, when I have a problem, like, and it's over, I'm like, I forget about it. Or I just think like, oh, well, I'm still alive. So that's, I do like spinach. I do like spinach. Yes. Like, I feel like that's the biggest difference between like the way like Americans and like non-Americans think in terms of healthcare, where it's like, I'm still alive, so I don't really need to like go to the doctor. I'm still like, I'm not like dying, so I'm fine, right? Like, it's fine. Like, whenever like I talk to someone who's like, you know, my European friends, and I tell them about a problem I have, they're like, you should see a doctor about that. And I'm like, but it's not that bad. And they're like, no, you should see a doctor about that. If it doesn't kill me, I'm not paying. Exactly, exactly. I will say though, actually my insurance right now, I should probably get that figured out. I think I have to change it now that I have a job. Because when I was unemployed, I was on like the poor people insurance, which actually is not terrible. It covers pretty much all my medications, all my doctor's appointments, so that's good. But I think it doesn't really work that well if you have like extremely specific like medical conditions or something like that. You want to hear something kind of crazy? It might sound crazy what I'm about to... Yeah, sure, go ahead. Go ahead. Or was that a video? Or is that just like a meme? Hold on. Yeah, it was like from a Pharrell's. It might sound crazy what I'm about to say. I never been stabbed, but if I get stabbed in a dream, I know exactly what that feels like. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. Oh, speaking of dreams, I had like several weird dreams, like in the past few weeks. Let's see. So I had one dream a few weeks ago where I was being chased by the Rake, the creepypasta character. That was a lot of fun. And then I had another dream last week where I was being chased by like an evil Easter bunny that wanted to like eat my flesh. And it was like scary. It was a monster. It had like claws and it had like big old like sharp teeth. And for some reason, it was just like chasing me because it wanted to eat me or something. It was kind of scary. I think it's because like I like to listen to like SCP or creepypasta videos when I go to sleep. And sometimes I do find that they affect my dreams sometimes. they do freak me out. Do not walk around the Philippines at 2 a.m. Yeah, I know you guys got like some creepy, like spooky guys over there, don't you? Some like spooky legends and creatures. I would not do such a thing. I talk to people about my pet fish in my dreams. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't really have dreams that often. Or I don't have like scary dreams that often. But like, oh man. Oh, crackheads and muggers. Okay, yeah, I don't, the ghosts are chill. Okay, I mean, as long as the ghosts are chill. You said fuck you to the sleep paralysis demon and it went away? I mean, if it works, right? That's one way to do it. And just like be like, hey man, I have to get up at 7 tomorrow. Can we not do this tonight? Can we not do this tonight, please? Just one night, man, just one night. And he just leaves. Like he just like turns around, he opens the door and he just leaves. I mean, yeah, if it works. You'd smash the sleep paralysis. Do you mean smash as in fight it, or smash as in smash it a different way? She won't come to my— oh, okay, that way. He was telling you shit. Oh my god, yeah, that's scary. That sleep paralysis stuff like scares me. Like I've never had sleep paralysis, thankfully, but I would be so freaked out if I did. Like also because like I wear an eye mask when I sleep. So I feel like I wouldn't— if I had a sleep paralysis demon, I wouldn't see it because my eyes are always covered. Like the way I think of it is like, if you can't see it, if you can't see the ghost, you can't see the demon, then it's not gonna bother you, right? Like that's how it works. I'm an ostrich? How is that weird? I can't sleep when there's like light in my room. I have to wear an eye mask. Like if there's like a little bit of— I need to sleep in like complete darkness. Otherwise it's like impossible for me. Also, when you sleep in complete darkness, you don't see any shadows. And when you don't see any shadows, your mind doesn't get scared because it's like, oh, the shadow looks like a person. Well, if there's no shadow, then there's no spooky, right? I do sleep like with my head under the covers sometimes. Like I feel like if there was like a spooky thing in my room, I would just like put my head under the covers and just like stay there until it went away. Oh, you're a nightlight. Okay. Like I'm just like, if I ignore it, it'll go away. If you don't acknowledge it, then it will like— really, I think it's spookier when you see something. Like, oh, there's a movie I saw. I'm gonna talk about it in the next movie review stream, which I don't know if I have enough movies watched on that I can do a movie review stream. Sleep paralysis, but no demons. I mean, I wonder if like the position you sleep in has anything to do with sleep paralysis, because I'm a side sleeper, right? And I always feel like people who are like, let's say like back sleepers, are gonna have like sleep paralysis. I could be wrong though. You will sleep with your hand, arm hanging off the bed. Yeah, I can't do that unless I'm like really hot. Like I do move around too, but I feel like generally speaking, I usually like end up on my side one way or another. The only time I sleep on my back is if like I'm really sick or something, like I have a cold and like my nose is just like, I need to like sit up for my sinuses or whatever. But yeah, I'm a side sleeper. I've never had any sort of like, you know, problems with anything like that. But I don't know, it could just be a me thing. They haven't figured out the science the science about like sleep paralysis yet. I have heard that certain medications can like affect it, but I don't know too much about that, right? Back sleepers are psychos walking among us. I do sleep on my stomach sometimes too, though. Like, occasionally. Start skating again, catch you later. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Cod. I appreciate it. Like, I will say that, like, if you snore, like, don't people who sleep on their back snore more? Anyone sleep on their head? Oh my god, the science in sleep paralysis. You are schizophrenic. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, your mind makes something up to fuck you. That is kind of like a sign of, like, schizophrenia, right? You sleep like a quasso. Yeah, I do, like, the fetal position. I do that sometimes, too. Get some more water. Omelette du fromage. You're schizophrenic. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It might sound crazy. What I don't. Hold on. We're gonna listen to like the first. Hold on. Is it gonna play the music? I just want to hear him say it. Oh, that's how he says it. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. I can't do the Pharrell voice. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. What has Pharrell been up to? He hasn't put out a banger in a while, has he? I don't think so. No. Oh, it was crazy once. They locked me in a room or rubber room. Yeah, maybe Dolly isn't real. People call me schizo VTuber because chat doesn't show in my VODs and I talk to myself. I mean, someone's got to do it. Oh man. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Now that I have like money, I can buy the new Daft Punk album, because they did a re-release of what was it? No, it's like a re-release of, I think, Random Access Memories. Like they redid it, right? And I wanted to get that because, like, you know, Daft Punk. I'm so mad I never got to see Daft Punk in concert. That was like one of my dreams. I feel like maybe in like 10 years or so, when they do a like a reunion, hopefully they do a reunion stream, I will, like, you know, be able to see them. But man, it's like I always wanted to see Britney in concert too, and now that's probably never going to happen. So, you know, there goes like another one of my childhood dreams. I also, like, they won't do a reunion stream. One guy exploded. No! He didn't explode. He just separated himself. I also, like, I'm getting into like normie music territory here, but like I want to see like Lady Gaga in concert too. But like right now she's doing like a thing in Vegas. She's doing like, I keep getting emails about it, like, oh, Lady Gaga jazz and piano in Vegas. And it's like, I don't go to Lady Gaga for jazz and piano. I listen to Lady Gaga because I want to hear those like pumping tunes in the bass, right? I want to hear that funky dance music. I don't want to see like her like wooby like piano shit. Like, oh my god. Don't even get me started on Jolene or Joanne, whatever that album was called. That was like probably one of her worst albums in my personal opinion. Like, yes, it had John Wayne on there, which is a banger, but every other song was just like her doing that like how do I just, like, wooby music. I don't like wooby music. Your favorite genre is Japanese math rock? That's very specific. That's extremely specific. What kind of genre of music do you guys listen to? I'm also like, same with Clipboard. I listen to mostly Japanese music. Like, I would say that's like 90% of the stuff on my phone is like either anime sound, wooby music. I don't know how to describe it. So like, ooh, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I would say I have a lot of like sound. Alex loses her mind on stream. There's probably a way of describe, like, Lana Del Rey music, like that kind of music. That's like wooby music to me. That's what I would define as like wooby music. Like, I primarily like things with a beat, like anything dance or electronic or that has like, you know, a heavy bass on it. I like city pop. I do like city pop. City pop is nice. I was like, I want to do like a city pop playlist, like for one of my streams, but I'm worried about like the copyright thing. Cause like, I don't know if there's like royalty free, DMCA free, like, I don't think DMCA free Japanese music exists. I don't think it does. I have heard that I could use like the Twitch VOD track thing, but I don't know how to do that, and it seems kind of complicated to do. Kirinji, I have not heard of them. I actually really like QB Abu. So you know Mephisto from the idol show Oshinoko, and they did the ending for Chainsaw Man 2. Those are like Violence and Mephisto. Those are some of my favorite songs from them. They tried the Twitch VOD track stuff, it did not work. Yeah, I don't know, it looks really complicated. If you can't figure it out, I don't think I could figure it out. I have I have their latest album, 12 Dimensions. It's very good. There's a lot of very good songs on that album. But I would say I do have a lot of like anime soundtracks. I have like I have like all of the Symphogear songs actually. I have some of the CDs, and I don't have a Spotify playlist. I don't use Spotify. I literally don't use Spotify. Everything I listen to is downloaded on my computer. I don't use streaming services because I don't like the idea of not having things, like not owning things or not having the files. Like, because here's the thing, Spotify also region locks things. So if I wanted to listen to songs from like, you know, I know a lot of Japanese artists region lock their songs, then I would have to like oh, I want to listen to this song. I'd have to switch my VPN to Japan, and then I'd have to switch it back to listen to the rest. It's just, I don't like streaming music. I don't like streaming music. It's too much of pain. Got her music from YT to mp3.com. Hey, listen, I do buy music. I do have CDs, and I rip the CDs and I put them on my phone. Like old school. Like, region locked music is so incredibly stupid. Just, I will pay you to listen to your song. Like, just like literally, I'm like, oh my god, it drives me nuts. Like, why are like the Japanese licensing companies so autistic about like, you know, region restricting things and all that crap? It's so stupid. Like, the whole point of the internet is that the information is free and accessible to everyone. And then when you make it like it's like you're like artificial borders on something that should have no borders. It makes like do you want my money? Do you want my money? Let me give you my money, right? Oh my god. It's like some artists, like Japanese artists, that like they'll only put their music on like Japanese like I guess like Japanese versions of Bandcamp that will only take Japanese credit cards. You're the #1 listener for a band? Oh wow. I guess you could say you're their biggest fan then. And it's like, dude, just let me buy the thing. I literally want to give you my money. Why will you not take my money? My money. Oh my god, it's so frustrating. It's so very vexing. Let's see. Ooh, I should probably start closing things up here because I have to eat before I go to work. Yeah, I mean, I've only been to like a few live concerts in my life, but it's always fun, right? It's always fun. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, I should probably, yeah, I think I'm gonna gear up to probably switch over here. Let me just see. Christian live concerts. Oh boy, that sounds like a time. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the ending screen here because I do have to go, unfortunately. It's been great talking with you guys, and I appreciate all of you that came for me, but I gotta, oh wait, hold on. Wait, my schedule is not on here. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta put my schedule up. Schedule. Okay, there we go. So, tomorrow, Malding Ring. That is 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And then no stream on Thursday, but Friday is when I'm going to be reading the Team Fortress 2 comics. That's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Usual time. The weekly TF2 stream will be on Saturday this time. Use that as a video title. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. A little bit earlier this time. But I'm planning on going for, you know, as long as I can on Saturday. And then Sunday is just going to be like chill retro games. I saw that they added a few more games to like the Nintendo Switch SNES collection. So I was thinking of like, I was thinking of doing either Kirby Superstar or Donkey Kong Country. I've never played Kirby Superstar like the original one. I played Superstar Ultra, but not the OG. And then Donkey Kong, I've never played a Donkey Kong game in my life. So that should also be fun. Oh, hold on, okay, now let me turn the music off on my end, because it's confusing me. It's confusing me! Wait, did I just, oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh dear, okay, hold on. Give me a minute here. Let me see if I can raid into someone. Where's OBS? Let's see. Who can we raid to? I think Coco Pimento. Yeah, she just went live. So we're gonna raid into Coco Pimento, who is right now she's just chatting, but she's gonna be playing Resident Evil Biohazard. She's really fun. I really like her streams. I like her energy. Yeah. But I hope you guys had a good time. I really enjoyed chatting with you, and thank you guys for, you know, just hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I always get nervous whenever I do just chatting streams that no one is going to show up. So I really appreciate, you know, you guys coming and just listening to me babble for like an hour and a half. Alrighty. So I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!